That's what the hell he went to school for. He went to SMU. I met him there. But he does a lot of weird stuff, you know, on the golf course. He was the other day, not too long ago, he had some kind of gadget. And next year's rules are going to change to where you can putt at the flag. Remember, it used to be that way. So they've got different types of flags. They've got fiberglass flags. They got steel flags. They got plastic flags. And he's out there with some type of apparatus. Trying to figure out that the way that he hits this putt from different distances, how hard can he hit the flag so it doesn't bounce out? Now that's a little snap. And this is what he's doing. But anyway, they made him put it away. Yeah, they wouldn't let him use it. And you watch, he'll put it to flag. He's got it all figured out, you know. And the way that he plays one piece. You know, he stands like this, and he takes the club back, and he goes here. Now I'll tell you somebody else that used to play that way that was a pretty damn good player.
Mo Norman.
Mo Norman from Canada played that. Mo Norman was pom-pom, and so Mo Norman grabbed the club on the palm here and on the palm there, and that's how he gripped the club. Well, when your hands are that far apart, they're very difficult, in other words, to release. The less release that you have, the slower the club's going to go. You know, you're there, you're only there, the only distance you can get out of a shot is how quick your body can turn, because you got no help, because they're too far apart. The closer they're together, the more they work like a hinge, which is not all good either, because you can get pretty crooked with it. Big John will be out here, he's right here. He's going to hit some big clubs here in a little bit, but I want to go into the wedges a little bit, and then Big John is a very supple individual. He does stuff with his backswing, and the way, and that's just why he still hits the ball so far, because he can. I've known this guy for 17, when you were 17 or 18 years old. No, you long time. Yeah, since the first time I met him. But Mo Norman played the same way. Mo Norman played pom-pom, and he had them both in the palm of his hand, and he take the club, and it was real wide, and he would address the ball. He would address the ball here. Right there. You go. And I said to him, I said, Mo, why do you address the ball so far? So why do you put the club back as far as you do before you go back? He says, well, and Mo, you remember, would say everything 3 times. And Mo would say, well, they told you to go low. He said, you can't get any lower than that. He said, that's as low as you can get if the club's there. I mean, he says, and that's just what Mo did. Now, Mo has numerous records, of course records in Canada. All over Canada, he still has a lot of records. He played a tremendous amount of golf, not a lot of tournament golf. The Canadian PGA didn't actually let him in the PGA for a long time. He finally got in at the last. And Wally Eubank with Titleist finally took care of it. He was thinking of Titleist, and when Mo got down and out, and he couldn't participate anymore and play exhibition, play tournament, Titleist actually gave him $5,000 a month until he died. And took care of him. I mean, Titleist took care of him for that. But this is what happened. But Shambu, that's what he does. Now, his clubs are 3 different lengths. I'll get them, you know, and I've seen them, and I've tried these clubs. Cobra makes them, a whole set. They're 3 different. He has from wedges to about the 7-iron, they're 1 length. And then from the 6-iron to the 4-iron, they're another length. And then he has the woods, which are another, but they're all the same length. The 3-wood driver, same length. You understand? The 7-iron and the 4-iron, or 6-iron, 4-iron, same length. And this is what he does. Evidently, it works pretty damn good because he won 3 times last year.
Yeah.
He won a hell of a lot of money last year. But, you know, the funny thing about golf, where it's going, I don't know. It's come a hell of a long way. I will tell you this. I just turned 79, and I've had the pleasure of seeing this. Some of you older folks that are here. We saw what, jet? We saw jet engines come around with the airplanes. We've seen computers. We saw the brick phone with the little. I still have a flip top, by the way. I don't take calls. You understand? I don't want anybody calling.
Yeah, I've noticed.
I got Big John's number. When he calls, I can see his name. It comes up. But I've kind of gone through this whole thing and seen the instruction. The big thing today, and John will verify this, the big thing today about the game of golf is the technology has helped it so much. Not only in teaching, but also in equipment. And it's probably helped people more than anything. Now the drivers, you know, they put a limit on them. 460 cc is as big as you can make them. You can only make it 48 inches long, which used to be whatever. Wendy Wedgwood won the long drive contest when they started it with a 52-inch driver. I remember that. But now they've gone lighter. I remember when Jack was playing, he played a 43-inch driver, if it was that persimmon head, 11 degrees, and he could hit the ball 300 if he wanted to with that old equipment. If he'd have had the equipment that they have today, he probably would have been chipping back on Moss Point. Because the guy could really hit it. He can hit it now. We can't hit it anymore, but that's okay. But what happens is they've done so much with golf. You know, you go and get fitted for a shaft. I put everything in categories when it comes to golf. Which is the most important club? Which is the second most important? Which is the third most important? This is the one that you practice with the most. And everybody says, oh, the most important club in your bag is the putter, because that's the one you hit the most. No, it's not, because you can putt with the other 13 clubs in your bag. You can't drive with those 13 other clubs. You cannot hit a driver off the tee and play a decent golf course. In other words, with driving it with a wedge. You know, you can, but you're going to get beat. So the driver, I've always said, the driver is when he won a crooked stick, you know why? He drove it the fairway, and he drove it long. If you're long and in the fairway, it's a big advantage. If you're long and crooked, it's still an advantage simply because Phil Mickelson has proved that. That I don't care how crooked you are, if you hit it long enough, I'll get a wedge on the green, right? That's what he does. So what they've done with the technology today with Jazz is the whole thing. When I do clinics, and I try to tell you what's going on and how to get better. There's no reason for me to show you how to hit this wedge because you can't do it. You understand? There's no way you can hit this wedge. And if I tell you how to hit this wedge, you don't know whether I'm telling you the truth or not, but you don't know how to hit the damn thing. See, so that's the great thing about being an instructor in golf, and you have to see if you were a professor and you were doing a science project, and you got scientists sitting out there, you know, in the auditorium, you better be right because they know whether you're right or not. I don't have to be right because you don't know whether I'm right. That's the whole thing. So what I try to do when I give a clinic is I try to get into your head a little bit and tell you about what's going on, okay? And the things that you have to do. We're going to show you how to do this, how not to do it, how to do it, why. And that's the big thing. A lot of people have biggest problem in the world. Now that we got into the driver, and that's very important that you get the right shaft in the driver, the right length, the right flex in that driver. They have monitors that you can go to. Don't trust them all. Don't trust all these monitors. You go in and get fitted, you get on that monitor, because they got dials over here that can make you hit that baby so straight you can't believe it. And you get in there and all of a sudden, boy, you're hitting this driver and how far did that go? Oh, that carried 287. Two what? 287. Here's another one, baby. Oh, you're hitting a wall right here. Oh, proof. I went to the tailor-made testing center at Glen Eagles in Dallas, and I went with David Graham. David Graham hadn't hit a fairway since 1967. We take him in there, and he hits these drivers. I'm sitting in this chair. I'm sitting in the chair, and I'm watching him, and he's in and you know, he can hit it long. David Graham can hit it long, and he's hitting it. Boom! Boom! He hit 10 of them, and he split that fairway all 10 times. And I'm sitting there, and he looked back at me, and he said, what do you think? I said, these ponies, man. I said, what? Nuts? So the guy says, what's the matter? I said, listen, I play with this guy every day. I said, we play every day. We see each other every day. We have lunch. We play golf with President Bush. Some of our friends. This man starts with a dozen balls, and he has to bar himself over a I mean, he gets it, because we don't look for him. See, we get them free. That's the one thing we don't do. Am I right, John? If we hit a ball crooked, we're not going to go look for it. So they're going to send me some more of them. Get jigger. We're going to do what we have. So once we get the driver, but when you start getting a driver and they tell you this is the baby, if you're going to get fitted for a shaft on a driver, make sure you do it on the driving range with a TrackMan or some type of thing that they have there to show you, because you can see the ball. You can visually see what the ball is doing to see. In other words, if that's what you're looking for. Distance that's not it. Forget it. Everybody's looking for distance. He was born with it. He's got it. I don't have it. Nicholas had it. There's a lot of people that have distance. A lot of people. It's like running. When you went to school, you couldn't. What? No. What? It's like running. When you went to school and they had a contest, 100-yard dash, you always had one guy in there that burned everybody. Guy, you know why? He had speed. That's what he had. And some people don't have speed. So what we got to do is figure out how we can hit the fairway. I was one of the shortest hitters on tour. I could hit the ball down, make it run, depending on what kind of grass I was playing on. I wasn't a long hitter. I couldn't hit a long iron. I was the first to invent the hybrid. I hit a 6-wood. Bert Dargy made me one in 1973. He took a 4-wood, he cut enough loft on it to make it a 6-wood, so I could hit the ball high enough to stop it. In other words, on these long holes. So get a driver that you can hit straight. The next club naturally is this one. And you know why this one is so important? It's because this club here is a deceleration club. This club here is the one that you're going to hit, and you're going to hit at various distances, different distances. You know, you get a 9-iron, generally you hit it full. Pitching wedge, generally you hit it full. But when you start hitting max on a sand wedge and say I can hit it 110, what do you do at 90? What do you do at 50? What do you do at 40? Greatest touch I've ever seen right here. This guy practices with one hand all the time. He stands there, he can chip the ball and hit wedges. He'll show you with one hand better than most people can do two. You know, but for a man that hits it as far as he does, that is the one thing we've always said about him, is he has terrific touch. In other words, with a short club. Anytime you start slowing down with a wedge is when the wedge starts cupping. And when it starts cupping, you're not holding long. If you stand over a shot with a wedge, and you want to hit it 50 yards, and you figure, you say, oh, this is 56. I'm going to open it to 58. Is this 58? Is that 58? Or is that 58? 3 different lofts. So you have to find a way of striking this ball to where you can keep loft. That's how you practice. And the secret is to take your practice game to the golf course. That's the difference between a professional and an amateur or a club member, is they can't take their game, the driving range game, to the golf course. How many times have you gone out there and said, man, I was hitting it great on the range. He says, I can't hit the side of a barn now. No, because you've changed everything. Now you're thinking about distances and what have you. There's so much out there today. You got the TrackMan. You got the quad. Don't get too mesmerized with all this new stuff that tells you that you're going to hit it 7 yards longer. I've been dealing with Callaway now for 10 years. I get every new driver. Every driver they send me, they tell me it goes 7 yards longer. Hell, I should be chipping back on par. I mean, it's crazy. Dude, the game of golf is a game of speed. How much speed do you have? It doesn't make any difference whose club you're using. And if you don't believe it, you start reading these books and say, that's it. That's the one I want. That's going to help me. Oh, they got a twisted face. Oh, yeah? What the hell's that? Well, if you catch it on the toe, it squares it up, it goes straight. If you catch it in the heel, it squares up, it goes straight. Okay? So now they got the G400 Max. That's what I'm using. I'm not the Max, but the Pink. I said, they got wedges. Oh, Volky makes them. How much bounce do you want? Oh, I can make it what you want. You can make 8, 6, 12, 15. I got a 16. You know, I got all different types of Volky wedges that has everything. And I tell you what, don't start reading all this paraphernalia and start buying all this stuff unless you go. It's the most amazing thing in the world how people will spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for golf clubs. And they won't pay a golf pro at the club $200 for a golf. It's the damnedest thing I've ever seen. I can't believe it. I mean, you see guys go out there and they say, what do you got now? He said, man, these are the greatest clubs you ever seen. What are they? PXGs. I said, what'd you pay for those? $8,000. Now you think about it. I know you're laughing. Okay, you're laughing. But I know there's got to be people here that have bought these clubs, right? You have the latest stuff. Has it helped you? Not a damn bit. Your handicap hasn't changed a bit, has it? Huh? They say, oh, this ball here goes longer. This ball's softer. Oh, this ball will spin around the green. No, it won't. If you can't spin it, it is not going to spin around. I asked Mr. Hogan once, I said, what is best? Square grooves, V grooves, no the what? He said, if you catch the ball correctly, and he said, you compress it into the ground the way it's supposed to be compressed. You don't need any grooves. That's exactly what he told me. And you know, I'm scared to death of it, so I can tell you, you're full of what? What? He said,